We can learn a lot of lot of on personality development, de- development and communication skill from great speaker Miss Sapna, ma'am, who has more than 15 years experience in teaching profession. She has good command, good knowledge in English subject. I hope you will be enjoy the session throughout this week. With online technology, this session will be helpful to your career path. Thank you. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for that wholesome introduction. Uh, we'll begin with the session right away. Yeah?
Okay.
Yes, sir. Once again, I request all the participants and faculty members to keep their video and audio on mute mode. Is the first slide visible to everyone?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
No?
No.
Okay. I request Prachi ma'am or Didi Shinde sir to stay connected on the audio so that I know whether the PPT is visible or not. Just give me another second.
प्राची प्राची आणि ह्यांना त्यांना आपला हे ऑनच करायला सांगा. प्राची डीडी
हो
तुम्हाला
हो हो
कम्युनिकेट करा बरं पडेल. मी ऑनच ठेवतो.
Okay. Windows. Do this. Entire screen. What is I am monitoring the entire screen. It's allowed. Prachi madam?
हाँ बोल. Hello.
Hello, Prachi madam, is the PPT visible now?
No.
No, no, madam.
It's not.
Only. हाँ.
ह्याच्या आधी पीपीटी विजिबल झाली होती मॅडम.
हो
स्टार्ट बिगिनिंगला.
हो ना. हे आता हे डिसमिस का म्हणताय मला कळत नाहीये. Just give me 1 minute. सगळ्याला परमिशन अलाउड केलेली आपण. आता व्हायला पाहिजे. डन. आता दिसतीये का?
नाही.
आता
नाही.
दिसायला पाहिजे आता. इथे कारण आलंय विजिबल टू ऑल. Can I have it presenting now?
Yes. Yes. Now visible.
Visible? Okay,
Yes.
the network, it is because of the network the process is slow. Otherwise, it's visible now, right?
Yes. Yes. It's visible.
Hello. Usha Verma.
Chalo, the PPT is visible. I see the participants have answered in the chat box. Yeah.
हाँ
So we
हाँ
begin with the session today. Yeah. Yeah. Uh, Good morning, everyone. My name is Sapna Thakur, and I'm a faculty in Patil Polytechnic, Akurdi, Pune. I've mentioned my qualification on the slide.
which is not visible, ma'am.
Not visible. Now is it?
No, no.
Sir, it's visible.
Visible?
It's visible.
Okay,
Yes,
okay,
yes,
okay,
it's
okay,
visible.
okay,
Start
okay,
Sapna.
okay, okay, okay. प्राची मॅम तुम्ही जरा लक्ष द्या.
Yes, sir.
It's
Yes, sir.
visible, right? So I go ahead. So today's session, we are going to meet for next 5 days from 11 to 12, and we'll be discussing various aspects of communication skills and personality development. I have been associated with D.Y. Patil Pratishthan's Y.B. Patil Polytechnic from past 15 years. And this is the building of our institute. And all the participants are welcome to visit our institute once. Let's begin with today's topic. I request you all to look at this image and tell me, what do you see and understand in this image? Now you have to type it in the chat box. Look at this image and type in the chat box, what do you see and what do you understand from this image? You see your cat looking at the mirror, and the reflection is of a tiger. The answer has been given. Let's see. Prachi madam, is it still visible?
Yes, now it's visible.
Before it wasn't visible?
No.
Okay. So I'll keep it like this, not a slideshow mode.
Yes.
मॅडम
Hmm.
इट इज विजिबल. विजिबल.
It's visible? Okay.
हाँ सपना ठाकुर ऐसा मतलब है अभी.
So तुमच्याकडे बहुतेक ना the network is slow कारण I have come
नाही
to
नाही
a
विजिबल
third
आहे.
slide.
विजिबल झालं. ओके ओके.
It's visible.
So participants, I ask you, what do you see in the image? I give you 30 seconds to think and type. I see wonderful answers. It's about confidence. Very good. This is confidence, self-confidence, confidence level 100%. Self-confidence, confidence. What are we thinking about us? A cat who is self-confident. Very good. That's wonderful. Right? And that is our today's topic. Self-confidence or confidence building. Yeah? The key factor in your success story is a confidence. I mean, if you look at the history and the people around you, those who have achieved a certain amount of success, you would realize that none of them is low confident. Yeah, that means confidence is a key ingredient to become successful. Now, successful where? Successful in personal life, in professional life, in social life. Let's go ahead. So here we come to the point. What is this self-confidence? The self-confidence is an attitude that is characterized by a positive belief Now get back to that image of cat looking at the mirror and seeing a tiger. A positive belief about herself, right? So self-confidence is an attitude that is characterized by a positive belief that one can take control of one's life and of one's plans. Or in different words, self-confidence can also be defined and characterized by a belief, faith, and trust in your own abilities. Self-confidence is also being certain about yourself. I mean, if you are not certain of your own self, who else will be? If you don't have a faith and trust in your abilities, who else is going to have faith and trust in your abilities? Self-confidence is also energy that creates the power to think and act. So, dear participants, self-confidence is just not about what you think of yourself. The potential part of self-confidence is also acting on what you think of yourself. So think and act together makes a self-confidence. We go ahead. And this is wonderful that self-confidence is also the strength of your thoughts. I mean, we all know that how our thoughts are powerful, and thoughts are capable of defining, designing your destiny or destroying your destiny. So it's about the strength of your thought. Now, why to learn this self-confidence? Yeah. Why to learn it? Because it's a skill. And it's wonderful to learn a skill. Skill is an ability to do anything well. And learning any skill enhances your life. It makes your life, it adds a value to your life. Like, confidence building is like skill. When I say it, I mean that like swimming is a skill. Why to learn swimming? Because it's amazing to learn swimming. Running is a skill. Skydiving is a skill. Scuba diving is a skill. Playing football is a skill. Now, why do we do it? Because it enhances our life. It makes life better. Similarly, confidence building is a skill. It's going to make your life better. Personal life, professional life, social life. It's going to go from good to better if you have this skill, or if you acquire this skill. Yeah.
Excuse me, ma'am. Can see this slide presenting right now.
Oh, Prachi madam. Prachi madam, you there?
Sapna. Slide show करा
मॅडम हॅलो तुम्ही सगळ्यांना रिक्वेस्ट करा, स्लाइड जर नाही दिसाले तर माझं लेक्चर फक्त ऐका म्हणून सांगा. त्यांच्या काही नेटवर्क मध्ये प्रॉब्लेम असेल तर स्लाइड दिसणार नाही ना. हा मला दिसते किंवा इतरांना दिसत असेल, त्यांच्या नेटवर्क वरती प्रॉब्लेम असेल सांगा त्यांना तसं.
तर दिसत नाही. तुम्हाला दिसत होती का सर आता स्लाइड?
हो दिसत होती.
फक्त फर्स्ट स्लाइड.
फक्त फर्स्ट.
हो, फक्त आता सेकंड दिसते मला. वाय टू लर्न कॉन्फिडन्स.
बाकीच्या क्यू मध्ये आहेत ना, आहेत दिसतात त्या. फक्त आता प्रत्येकाला दिसणार नाही. प्रत्येकाने काहीतरी रिक्वेस्ट टाकाल्यात. इट्स विजिबल आता काय तो कोणाचा आलेला आहे. प्रत्येकाला होईल. कंटिन्यू.
सो वी वर हे बघा, in case participants, in case if you are unable to see the slides, now don't worry, just pay attention and listen carefully, because maybe because of the network congestion or slow bandwidth, you might not see the slide. So just listen carefully. All right. So we were discussing why to learn confidence building, and I shared with you that it's a skill. Confidence building is a skill, and learning confidence is going to give you an edge over others. Another reason why to learn confidence building is it will empower you. So it's going to be like an asset that I have two bungalows, three cars, and a reasonable amount of confidence. It's going to add to your asset. It's going to make you feel more powerful. So these are the two mega reasons that I could think of for which everyone should learn a confidence building. We go ahead. Now, what to do to become more confident, or what to do to acquire confidence? At some or the other point in our life, we have all suffered a low self-confidence, maybe in the school days, maybe as a teenager, and maybe as a professional also. Now, what do we do to become more confident? First step to become self-confident is to develop self-awareness. Self-awareness is to know yourself, right? Acknowledge that there are aspects of yourself that you wish to change, very important, and understand what has stopped you feeling confident so far. So 3 things we have to do. First, you have to become self-aware. To become self-aware is to know yourself. To know yourself means you need to find out what are the good things that you have in you and what are the bad qualities that you need to work upon. It comprises of to know yourself, and also to understand what is it that makes you low confident, and you have to be ready to change it. Another important aspect is that you have to learn certain things to become confident, and you have to unlearn certain things to become low confident. For example, discipline is one thing that you'll have to learn to become more confident, and indiscipline is something that you'll have to do control alt delete from your brain. You understand what I mean? So when you learn few things, you'll have to unlearn few things to become more confident. Let's go ahead. Let's find out what are the causes of lack of self-confidence. If you look at the smileys, you can guess what are the causes. The first and the foremost reason of low self-confidence is fear. Fear, all sorts of fear. At this point, I remember Swami Vivekananda, who once said that all the evil things, all the bad things that are happening around in the world, the root and the foremost cause of that is a fear. Yeah? So, the first thing that you have to conquer, that you have to deal with if you want to become more self-confident is your fear. Now, fear of what? Fear of what people will think of me. What if I fail? Fear of what if people laugh at me? Fear of failure. Fear of not good enough. Now these fears are going to change from person to person. So something that makes me fearful is not going to be the same for the other person. You have to see self-awareness. You remember we spoke about self-awareness. You have to become aware. What is it that scares you? What is it that you're fearful of? Yeah. Let's go to the second cause of.
मॅडम
Yes.
मॅडम
हाँ, sir.
हॅलो स्लाइड आणि स्पीच मध्ये कोऑर्डिनेशन नाही बघा ते स्लाइड ते येत नाही आता वाय टू लर्न इज कॉन्फिडन्स ही स्लाइड आहे
आता तो बँडविथचा प्रॉब्लेम आहे का?
काय माहिती, पण तुमचं कोऑर्डिनेशन तसं स्लाइड भरपूर तुमच्या दिसतात, पण ते कोऑर्डिनेशन तसं यायला पाहिजे, तुमचं कम्युनिकेशन आणि
मॅडम
ते.
प्रेस F5 प्रेस करा.
हा
हा
केलं.
स्लाइड शो शुड बी ऑन. येस.
हा मॅडम तिसऱ्या याच्यावरती आले.
मी स्लाइड शो वरच होते.
हा
हा गुड.
आता
नाही,
कुठेतरी
इट्स
आले.
नॉट गोइंग. हा स्टार्ट.
I can't see it. Okay. Okay. हे असं म्हणजे मायनस स्लाइड शो तुम्हाला दिसतंय आय गेस. इफ आय डू अ स्लाइड शो इट्स नॉट विजिबल. हॅलो प्राची मॅडम. प्राची मॅडम.
हॅलो मॅडम.
हा सर आता दिसतंय का स्लाइड?
स्लाइड सेल्फ कॉन्फिडन्स, लॅक ऑफ सेल्फ कॉन्फिडन्सची होती.
कॉज ऑफ लॅक ऑफ सेल्फ कॉन्फिडन्स दिसतीये ना?
हा ती दिसते. तेच आता पुढचं असेल तर त्याप्रमाणे कोऑर्डिनेशन करा, म्हणजे स्लाइड दाखवा.
ऍक्च्युली इथून माझं बरोबर चाललंय, पण आता ते बहुतेक डिस्प्लेला बँडविथला प्रॉब्लेम येतोय सर.
ठीक
जे म्हणजे इंडिव्हिज्युअली जे इंटरनेटचं स्पीड असेल त्याप्रमाणे ते दिसतंय.
ओके
कारण माझ्याकडून व्यवस्थित चाललंय. हे बघा.
ओके कंटिन्यू.
So we spoke about fear. Now let's talk about being self-conscious. If you're too self-conscious, how I look, am I beautiful? Am I wearing a good clothes? Am I speaking a correct language? Do I look smart or beautiful? It's going to affect your self-confidence negatively. Yeah. The third cause of lack of self-confidence is negative thinking. Yeah, we have these negative kind of people around us, and we know that when this is a biology, when you are on the, when you think negatively for more number of times, your brain starts acting upon it. Each negative thought makes you feel bad, and each positive thought creates a kind of a positive party in your brain. When you feel happy, you're more confident. When you feel joyful, you're more confident. And where does this happiness and joy comes? From a positive thinking. So if you're a constant negative thinker, please change that habit, because it is adversely affecting your self-confidence. Unrealistic expectations. We live in 21st century, and our parents, our teachers, the environment around our own self have an unrealistic expectations towards us. And this also affects your self-confidence, because unrealistic expectation leads to comparison. This happens back at home also, that sometimes our parents tell us, look, your friend has got 90 marks and you got only 85. Right? Sometimes your teachers also end up saying it, that, I was expecting 90 from you and you end up getting 75. Right? So we have to find out what are the expectations that are reasonable and the expectations that are unrealistic and unreasonable. And the next is guilt. So guilt is when you fail to live up to these expectations. When you fail to meet the expectations of others, when you start feeling that I'm not good enough, I am not good at this, I am not doing this well, the guilt starts affecting you. Remember again the negative thinking, that guilt is a negative emotion, and every negative emotion that you go through, it's a sadness, guilt, anxiety, worry, that pulls your brain down, right? And once you are struck by these negative emotions, guilt and sadness and all that, you can't be confident with a guilt, you can't be confident with a sadness, you can't be confident with a anxiety. Yeah. So all in all, we have to get rid of these negative emotions that disrupt and disturb our self-confidence. So dear students, next time when you feel fearful, Remember, there's nothing to be fearful of. We live in a democratic nation. What is to be scared of? What if people laugh at you? It's fine. It's great to make people laugh. Self-conscious. Don't be self-conscious. We all have our own limitations. Nobody is perfect, and there is no fun in being perfect. You understand? We are all God's work in progress. So we all have got some or the other flaws in our personality. Don't be self-conscious. Discard a negative thinking because it adds nothing to your life. In fact, it cuts down the joyful and good things from your life. Stay away from the negative thinking. This is another trick that I tell my student, is that every time a negative thought comes in your mind, get up from wherever you're sitting and do 10 jumping jacks, right? Or run at your place, or do 10 sit-ups, because when you're physically active, the negative thinking subsides, right? You have to decide it as per the situation, what is possible. Stay away from the unrealistic expectations. What you expect from yourself is most important than what others expect from you, because you know yourself better. You are self-aware. You know what are your strengths and what are your weaknesses. Stay away from the guilt. Yeah, remember these points, and we go to the next slide, and I hope you all can see that. Prachi madam.
Yes.
Prachi madam.
Yes, yes.
The slides are visible, right?
Yes, slides are visible. Change the slide.
What
The
do you see
next
on the screen?
Causes of lack of self-confidence.
Okay, I have come to the next slide now. We go ahead and discuss few more causes of low self-confidence. Is it visible?
Continue.
Negative self-talk. I told you, I am not good. I can't do maths. I'm bad at this. I'm bad at that. Cut down that negative self-talk.
Next slide. Hello ma'am.
हाँ.
Next slide दाखवा.
मी next slide वर आहे sir.
नाही दिसत नाही आहे.
हॅलो सपना मॅडम.
हाँ.
हॅलो.
हॅलो.
हा
बोला ना.
नेक्स्ट स्लाइड आहे ना, त्याच्यावर क्लिक नाही झालेलं, माऊ क्लिक नाही झालेलं, त्यामुळे दिसत नाहीये. 8 नंबर.
एक second. This is the next slide. It should be visible. Is it? Huh?
Now
Okay.
it's visible.
Yes, F5.
Huh?
Okay,
Yes,
fine ma'am.
F5 press
Continue.
कर.
Continue.
Visible?
Visible,
Yes,
continue.
yes.
Continue.
So negative self-talk, I told you to cut down on. Negative environment. Now, environment is made up of friends, family, relatives, neighbors. If you have a bunch of friends, those who constantly talk about bad things and negative things happening around, maintain a distance from them. It's time you find new friends, right? Failure to build self-confidence. You might feel that I've read a lot of things about self-confidence and I've read books, but still the self-confidence couldn't come into me. Hang on, my dear students, hang on. It takes time. Learning a self-confidence is made up of multiple stairs of failure. So it's absolutely okay to fail. Poor role models. You want to be self-confident? Have proper role models. Who all are your role models? Think of it. Post it in the chat box that this is my role model. And then later on, discuss it with your teachers and your parents, your elder siblings, and talk to them about what are is my role model really worth following? Making unfair comparison. Please, please, please stop comparing yourself with others. There is nobody quite like you in this entire universe. There are 7 billion people on planet Earth, and there is nobody who's quite like you. So please, no comparisons, right? Even in the Bible, God says that God does not compare you with others. Yeah, so you don't compare with yourself with anybody else. Unrealistic expectations of performance from parents, teachers, and supervisors. We have discussed it, that do not have unrealistic expectations from yourself. Rippling effect of success or failure. It means that do not allow your small failures to overwhelm you. That every time you try something new, you are threatened by what has happened last time. Don't be. Or neither you get overwhelmed by the success that you achieved last time. So you take every opportunity as a fresh opportunity. Do not be influenced by what happened in the past. Yeah, that is a rippling effect of success or failure. Confusing feelings with failure. Do not confuse your failure. Your failure is just another event in your life, not the permanent feeling that has stuck in your head. It's okay to fail few times. It's okay to feel. It's okay to fail 3-4 times in a line. It's fine. It's a part. Failure is a part of life. Accept it. Yeah. Do not confuse it. That is why, do not confuse it with your feeling, because then it's going to remain in your mind. Now, what are the other 5 things that plague your self-confidence? I hope that the slide is visible. Is this slide visible?
Sapna. No, not Sapna.
It's not.
No, ma'am, it's not visible.
Select the next slide.
Is it visible now?
No, yet the next slide is not selected.
It is selected. I've selected, but I don't know why it's not visible.
Yes, ma'am, now it's visible.
It's visible. Very good.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm going to the present slide presentation. It's visible, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So let's discuss the other 5 things that plague your self-confidence or that infest your self-confidence. Number 1, carnival mirror syndrome. It sounds very complicated, but it's very simple. Carnival mirror syndrome is how you look at yourself, that you are actually a tiger, and when you look into the mirror, you see a cat. That means you underestimate your strengths and your capabilities. It's a carnival mirror syndrome. If you underestimate yourself, naturally your self-confidence graph is going to fall down. Number 2, impossible perfectionism fatigue. Plan things and execute it according to the plan, but do not expect or strive for perfectionism. Perfectionism is a myth. There is no upper limit to do anything. You take any task, there is no upper limit to improvise it. Sky is the limit. So you plan, perform as per your plan, but do not chase perfectionism, because then it's going to make you feel frustrated, disappointed. Chronic guilt. We have spoke about the guilt. This happens with me. I am the reason. I am sorry for all this. My parents are not happy with me. I am not a good son. I am not a good daughter. I am not a good student. It's a chronic guilt. Get rid of it. We all are struggling through some or the other problem in life. It's just that you have to deal with your weaknesses and capitalize on your strengths. Even if you feel guilty, don't feel guilty for more than 5 seconds. 5 seconds is a good enough time for a guilt. Invisible spotlight syndrome. Now, invisible spotlight syndrome is that everybody is watching me. That the spotlight is on me. Now I have to perform well. What people will think of me. This thought is an invisible spotlight syndrome. You wear a dress. How can I wear this? What people will think. How can I speak like this? What people will think. This is overestimated belief that the spotlight is on me. You understand? And if you are under that constant pressure, that spotlight is on me, that people are looking at me, people are thinking of me, people are judging me, scrutinizing me, you are going to feel a lot of pressure, and the pressure is going to reduce your self-confidence. Obsessive comparison syndrome. We spoke about the comparison. Do not ever compare yourself with anybody. You remember this line always. There are 7 billion people in the world and there's nobody who's quite like you. You are absolutely, absolutely unique. So there is no platform for comparison. Now, what do we do to develop self-confidence? Is the slide visible? Prachi madam?
No. Press F5. Sapna, press F5.
I've pressed. Is it visible now?
No.
No, madam.
I'm literally jumping on F5 now.
No.
Is it visible now?
Yes. Continue.
Okay. So now we are going to discuss about what are the techniques to develop self-confidence. Now we all know what are the causes of low self-confidence, right? Now let's find out how to develop the self-confidence. Number 1, please love yourself. Accept yourself as you are, whether you're dark complexion, whether you're dusky complexion, whether you have a stub nose, whether you have a straight nose, whether you have curly hair, whether you have straight hair, whether you're tall, whether you're short, whether you're thin, whether you're fat, whatever you look like, whatever you are, please love yourself. Accept yourself. Yeah? And if you don't love yourself, who else is going to love you? Right? So please stop judging yourself on the basis of your looks and appearances, because we all look like our parents. Love yourself. Number 2, very important, and there is a drought of all these things in our world. Praise and compliment yourself. You plan something and you execute the thing as per the plan, you achieve the success. Please do compliment yourself. Give yourself a nice pat on back. Right? Hello? When others praise you, when others give you compliment, accept them gracefully. Both of these things are going to nourish your self-confidence. Number 2, always have a good company. I love this picture of a dog holding an umbrella, and he's got a dog standing under that umbrella. And that picture stands for a good company. You should always have a good company. I'm not saying that you have a dog, and if you have it, it's wonderful. But you should, your friends, the friends you have, the man is known by the company he keeps. So your friends are going to add or deplete your confidence substantially. Always be with the positive people from whom you can learn, who make you more self-aware. Yeah. Next, make a plan and execute it. Every small success that you want to achieve, the road goes via planning and execution.
Madam,
Always-
next slide दाखवा.
तुम्हाला कुठला स्लाइड दिसतंय सर?
ग्रेट जॉब दिसते ते टेक्निक टू डेव्हलप सेल्फ कॉन्फिडन्स. त्यानंतर पुढचे दिसायलाच नाही.
प्राची मॅडम तुम्हाला दिसतीये?
आता ते डॉगचे वगैरे दिसते.
Right, so you must always have a good company, and you should always have a plan, and it's not good enough to just have a plan and not execute it. You daily timetable that you will do this at this time, you will do that at that time, you'll get up at 4:30. Everything is on the paper, and next day you get up at 8 o'clock in the morning. So you had a plan, but you did not execute it. So to become more confident, not only you need to have a plan, but learn to execute that plan. Yeah. We go to the next slide.
Yes.
Yeah, and the next slide says, do not be scared of failure, my dear students, because failure is the first step of every success. Albert Einstein failed for 1,000 times, right? None of the Amitabh Bachchan, the star of the millennium, youth icon of the millennium, has been rejected by the film industry and the Akashvani multiple times. So failure is just a stepping stone. Don't be scared of failure. Failure is a receipt that you tried something substantial, that you worked on something, that you tried to do something. So it's kind of a receipt. Take it in the positive way, that this time I failed, next time I'll try harder. Most important, be aware of your abilities. What are you good at? Find out what are your talents, what are you good at. Are you good at languages? Are you good at learning and repeating history? Are you good at painting, drawing, sketching? Are you good at sports? Are you good at indoor games? What are you good at? What is your inclination towards? Because your abilities boost your confidence. I hope that by now everybody is with me and you all are listening to me carefully. Yeah? Learn to take responsibilities. Responsibilities are actually opportunities. Don't shrug off from the responsibilities, because when you take up a responsibility, say for example, you are in the class and the teacher tells you that we have to do a project, and you are the first one to stand up and say that I take the responsibility of completing this project. I want to be the team leader. I am ready to mind the class. I am ready to lead the group. I am ready to do this group activity. Is kind of taking small responsibilities, because responsibilities are going to give you an opportunity to find out what are you good at. It's also going to give you an opportunity to find out what are the areas where you need to work on. So feel free to take the responsibility. A will power. Right now we are amidst COVID-19 crisis around the world. Thousands of people have lost their life in COVID-19, this pandemic. However, if you look around, there is an air of willpower around. The scientists are doing their best to defeat this coronavirus. People are doing their best to defeat it, right? So there is an inherent willpower in a human being to survive. Even if you fail, please shrug off the dust of failure and stand up again. So what? Even if I fail, Mr. Abraham Lincoln lost the election of American Senate 9 times. However, he contested the election 10th time and became the most popular president of America. The root is willpower. Yeah? Have trust. Keep on trying. And very important, okay, you need to see it like this. Very important. When you take responsibility, you should also know what is it that is not your responsibility. Please read it carefully. I give you 30 seconds. So the outer circle tells you what is not your responsibility. What other people says is not your responsibility. It is their own headache. What are other people's mistake? Do not take it on yourself. It's not your fault. What are other people's belief? It's not your business. It's not your responsibility. The consequences of other people's actions, not your responsibility. Then what is your responsibility? Read the middle circle. My own words is my responsibility. My behavior is my responsibility. My actions, efforts, mistakes, ideas, and the consequences of my action is my responsibility. This is basically going to help you stay away from the worry and anxiety and guilt. All right. So let me now share with you some of the activities that you can do to enhance and increase your confidence. Number 1. I hope it's visible.
Yes.
It's visible? Yeah.
Yes.
So, okay. So these are the 16 confidence building activities that you can perform regularly. Number 1, do something. Don't just plan. Do something. It can be anything. It can be anything. It can be as simple as going for a walk early in the morning. It can be as simple as reading a book. It can be as simple as learning 5 new words in English every day. It can be as simple as helping a neighbor. It can be as simple as watering the plants in the garden. It can be as simple as bringing the vegetables and helping your mother in the kitchen. But do something. Just sitting at one place and reading about the confidence is not going to help you at all. Number 2, walk tall, smile, and look others in the eyes. Smile. Smile is the feature that nature has given only to the human being. I mean, I'm sure nobody has seen a buffalo smile. Only we humans can smile. Smile often. Do not pull a long face as if the burden of the world is on your shoulder. Walk tall. Always have a correct, straight postures. When you sit up straight. When you walk, walk tall. If you observe the army people, you would never see an army people slouching or having a bent shoulder or a bent back. You understand? And when you talk to others, look at them. Maintain an eye contact. Do not look at their shoes. Do not look at their hair. Do not look at their clothes. Look at them into their eyes. Maintain the eye contact. Number 3, each day create one small task to stretch beyond your comfort zone. So for example, say getting up at 8 o'clock is your comfort zone. So now each day you have to stretch it to a little farther. That today I've got up at 8 o'clock in the morning. Tomorrow I'm going to get up at 7:30. Plan, do it. Next day, plan. Now I'm going to get up at 7 o'clock. Plan, do it for the next 1 week. Stretch. Again plan it. Now, today onwards, I'm going to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and study for next 45 minutes. This is called as you create one small task to stretch yourself out of your comfort zone. So today I studied mathematics for 1 hour. Tomorrow I'm going to study it for 1.5 hours. Though I don't like maths much, it is a difficult subject still. You understand? So this is how you stretch yourself beyond your comfort zone, and it makes you feel more confident that you can take control of difficult things in your life. You are the in charge. Yeah. So try doing it today. This is a small activity that I tell you that you do it today. That's something that you have been doing for many years. You make a modification in it and try doing it tomorrow. Number 4, do something unexpected on purpose to let go of your inhibitions. So say you know that you can't sing, and if you sing outside your bathroom, people are gonna hit you. That kind of a bad voice you have. So
Sapna,
now
excuse me, Sapna, there is lot of noise and background.
There's
Please check.
nobody in the room. I'm locked in the
No one is there.
room.
No? So, okay, then other persons, other teachers, please shut down your mic. Please switch off your mic.
Because I'm absolutely locked inside a room. There's nobody in the room. Okay, so we need Prachi madam.
Write in chat box. Write in chat box.
Okay, continue, madam.
Okay, so do something unexpected that you've not done anything. So you've never painted. Take the watercolor and brush and please paint. Right? You've never sang a song. Please sing a song loudly for yourself. You've never gone for running. You've never tried running in the morning. Please go do it. You've never tried Surya Namaskar? Please do try it. It will help you get rid of your inhibitions that I can't do this, I can't do that, I can't do that. It will help you get rid of that feeling that I can't do certain things. Keep trying new things. Number 5, seek out uncomfortable situations to help you grow. Right? It is similar to somewhat, getting out of your comfort zone. Create a good self-image. Now, how do you create a good self-image? Is love yourself. Take very good care of yourself. Taking good care of yourself involves very small things. You don't need to do something amazing or out of the box. You have to do small things like cutting your nails regularly, going to the parlor sometimes, taking very good care of your face, wearing good, clean and smart clothes, grooming your hairs properly, maintaining your hair properly, and if you're overweight, working on shedding some weight, exercising regularly, all these things are going to create a good self-image. I mean, we live in a 21st century, and your first impression is created on your appearance. So it's crucial that we take very good care of ourselves as how we appear. Yeah, because then that is going to feed your self-confidence. Be positive. There's always a way. If you see a closed door, that means it can be opened. So be positive about the thing. There is something good in everything. For example, let's say this lockdown situation, right? You hear a lot of negative things happening around. These many people died, these many people are infected, the facilities in the hospitals are not good, and the coronavirus is spreading very rapidly, and people are locked inside them. But there is something really good about it, is that we got to spend a lot of time with our family members, which we wouldn't have ever got it, right? Those who've got working parents, they got to stay with their parents back at home. So to conclude, there's something good in every situation. Be positive about it. Find out what is that good. Speak slowly and distinctly. Now we confuse fluency with speaking very rapidly. There is no need. Actually, the speed of speaking is 150 words per minute. However, the speed of listening is around 75 words per minute. So if you speak very fast, half of your words are going to go bounce to your audience. So speak slowly and clearly. Study your expertise daily. Whatever is your expertise area, painting, art, dance, maths, engineering, whatever, practice it daily. Achieve small and easy to attain goals to help you feel successful. So set a small goal for today. I'm going to study for 3 hours today. Study 3 hours and then give yourself a pat on the back that you set a goal for today and you achieved it. That's a small success that you achieved. You understand? So next is change one small habit daily. Now I get back to the first slide where I told you that confidence building is about learning and unlearning. So you change one small habit daily. Involves learning and unlearning. So you add one good habit in your daily routine. It can be as simple as eating slowly. It can be as simple as getting up early in the morning. It can be as simple as doing homework regularly. Introduce one good habit every day in your life. One single small good habit every day. At the end of the day, write down 5 things you are grateful for. You have to love yourself, you have to love your life, you have to find out what are the blessings you have. Again, it is not something complicated, it is very simple. What are the 5 things that I'm grateful for? That is that I don't have to worry for the food in my plate. I have a good house. I have family. I am in a good health. Where people are, falling sick, I am in a good health. These are the 5 things that I'm grateful for today. 13, declutter your living and workplace. keep things at their own place so that your time is not wasted in finding out where is the key of the bike, where is my book, where is my notebook, where is my headphone, right? So have a proper place for everything. Exercise, exercise, and exercise. There is nothing more wonderful than incorporating exercise in your daily routine. Nothing. If you haven't exercised so far, it's today is the right time that you introduce exercise in your routine. 35 to 45 minutes of exercise is good enough. I'm not asking you to go after anything fancy. It can be as simple as taking a walk in your society. It can be as simple as, climbing up the stairs. It can be as simple as walking down to your workplace. It can be, if you are capable of doing, you can try doing yoga, you can try doing dancing, you can try doing exercise, you can try playing badminton for an hour, anything that makes you physically active. Please, please, please start doing it. Try a new path. And the last one is be nice to others. So very important. Actually, we underestimate this quality of being nice to others. We feel that, talking to others rudely, shouting at others, make you feel powerful. It's actually not. If you want a positive self-image, you need to be nice to others, not because they are nice, but because you are nice as a human being. Everybody is going through some or the other personal battle in their life. And why to add to others' agony? It's always good to be polite and soft spoken to others. Yeah. We move to the next slide, and I'll quickly tell you what are the advantages of being confident. Number one.
Sapna, slides are not visible now. Slides are not visible, only you are visible.
Is it visible now?
No, only you are visible now.
Really? Is it visible now?
No.
How is that possible? Is it visible now?
No. If it's visible, I will fix it. Yet now. No.
No?
No.
It has to be visible. Is it visible now?
No.
No? Is it visible now?
No.
It has. Please in the in the chat box.
Sapna madam. Hello, Sapna madam.
Are we still connected? Are we still connected, Prachi madam?
Yes, you are connected. You are connected.
I'm connected.
Yes.
Okay. But the PPT is not visible, right? You
No,
said.
PPT is not visible.
Is it visible
Yes,
now?
No.
It has to be
Sapna,
visible.
you can start talking
Okay.
and leave the presentation. Yes, you can start talking.
Okay.
See, it is already 12:10. Huh? You
Okay.
have to conclude now. Yes.
Okay. So the advantage of strong confidence is that it gives you a strong conviction.
Hello, ma'am. Hello, ma'am. Hello. 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 Hello, ma'am.
So she is having network problem, I think.
Okay. आता मग
Network
वोट
problem. No,
ठीक है
see,
मग
1 minute, sir. 1 minute, I want to announce about afternoon session. I'll talk for 1 minute. Students, students, have you enjoyed today this wonderful session? Please write in your chat box. And in afternoon at 4 p.m., we are having session on robotics 4 to 5 p.m. Right? Join with us. Now, sir will give you one concluding speech and then we'll stop here.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Over to you, sir.
Hello. Hello. Okay. Great, ma'am. Today's session is very much informative, which helps to improve our weakness to become a smart people. As ma'am says, do something which is important in current scenario, as you seen in lockdown period, which are important, which things are important, how you can help your people, your parents, your surrounding people. So do something for for your improvement. Okay, I very much thankful to Sapna ma'am and webinar team members, Ms. Vibhuti ma'am and other team members and my dear students. Very much thankful. Have a nice day.
Thank you all. Now let us sign off.